Penn State, Iowa, the whiteout game, and everyone wants to talk about Iowa's offense or lack thereof in this one. Let's talk about Penn State's defense. I mean, we saw them week one. We know how good that unit is. We know just how good Chop Robinson is. He showed
Yeah.
almost another gear in this game. And the crazy part was if you go back and watch it, and you talked about that snowball effect earlier, Iowa actually moved the ball pretty well to start the game. In that first quarter, Iowa's offense was moving down the field. They got into Penn State territory. Turnovers are killers. And
Right.
those miscues eventually, it felt like to me watching it back, snowballed in a big way. And it just, Penn State methodically built the lead. It wasn't like their offense was firing in that first quarter, but the more chances you give a really good team, the more they're going to make
Yeah.
you pay. And that to me was the story of this game is Iowa couldn't capitalize on some of the early drives that they had, and Penn
Yeah.
State took full advantage.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, turnovers, look, especially if you're playing on the road and you're the underdog in a game like that, you have to win the turnover battle. You've got to take care of the football. They put it on the ground 6 times. They lost 4 of them.
Yeah, and how about, by the way, the one on the punt? That might have been we're talking about maybe the best punter in the country in Torrey Taylor. All you've got to do, Cooper DeJean is screaming at his teammates to get away. And I
Yeah.
can't remember who it hit exactly, but it hits one of his teammates in the back of the leg. I mean, that is a bone-crushing decision right there.
Yeah. And Penn State, to their credit, I mean, they did what they had to do, right? Their defense suffocated Iowa at a certain point, forced the ball to come out. Drew Allard threw a bunch of touchdowns, but he didn't really have to do a whole lot. They ran the football 57 times. They dominated time of possession. They dominated plays. They ran 60 more offensive plays or 64 more offensive plays than Iowa did. And, again, there is so much talk about Iowa's offense or lack of, but I mean, numbers like this they're mind boggling. 4 first downs, 76 total yards. That just is I don't know how do you fix that, and we're going to find out, right? We're going to find out what strides they take. They've got to be better than that. But, that's for sure. But that is almost mind-boggling that you could have numbers like that in a game of that magnitude. I mean, that was a big game for both teams, and one team showed up and one team really didn't.
So Penn State, the first team in the Big Ten with a 2-0 conference record. They will go to Northwestern this week, and Iowa, Michigan State, a game that we will look at that one in just a bit.